Hello guys, it's Ellen again. So today I'm going to show you how the event of the equipment enhancements for this patch or for this week. So firstly is you can go to the event through the upper left corner of your screen. As you can see, there's a 1010 orb equipment enhancements, and also when you click that, you can now go to the enhancement dungeon. So next would be the when you go to the vortex, you can just click the Steel Castle Maleficia for that. As you can see, it's a new dungeon, Steel Castle Maleficia, where there are different kinds of equipments that you can enhance. So for now, we can enhance katana, rod, a small sword, and also guns. So we can use that. So as you can see, and also uh, it almost works like a raid, but for the orbs we can have 10 at least, and then also when we get points when clearing up the stages, we can get the equipment enhancement orb restore. So in which case we can just use it when we don't have enough orb and we want to enhance our equipments more. So as you can see, we have different kinds of rewards as we get more points, and we can also get the Bowie knife. So Bowie knife can give you a dual wield. So next would be once let's see the abilities that we can most probably get. So as you can see, at level 1, the rarest is the High Tide, the Seal of Life and Power for the katana, the Seal of Skill and Magic, level 3 for the rod, and for the gun it gives the gun with attack 30. So as you can see, as we progress or as we get up on the higher levels or higher floors, the chances of getting the rare abilities increases, but the max is 2.23 at 10th floor. But again, at 10th floor, um, or from 9th floor or 10th floor, I advise you not to go in if you're not fully prepared or if your units are those weak. So as you can see, I will show you how to clear it, but it's not a budget team. I'm sorry guys, because as you can see, this dungeon is pretty, although it's not that hard, but you really need to be prepared to when dealing with the dungeon, because once you go inside the dungeon or once you pick your weapon that you're going to enhance, you can never leave the dungeon unless you retire, and then you will get all the abilities. So as you can see, we have to select weapons or equipment. So for now, I'm going to use the Glory of Evil, as you can see. So we have 3 slots for the ability, so we can get different kinds of abilities for the equipment. So as you can see, we're on our floor. There are 10 floors, but we can just use floor 1 first. And again, as the story progresses, it will become much the difficulty will be much difficult, and then or higher. So for now, I advise you until if you're having if you have good equipments, you can just not get any companion, or if you have the not that strong companion, just use them, because if you're using the equipments or if you have good equipments, you can just use that. or you can just one shot all those one of the monsters in the stages. So I will just show you first the equipments of my units. So this is the equipment of my Onion Knight. Next would be our Rosa. Our Rosa almost I don't have any equipments. Onion Knight again. And then Soleil. And then our Warrior of Light. So for that, actually Rosa is just there for the MP recovery. Because as you can see, it's just like also like a story dungeon, which you go in after the floor, and then when you finish the floor, you can just select another friend unit and then go in. But all your stats or all your MP that was used on the previous floor will not be regen, or it will still the same. So that's why I advise you, when on the lower levels, just go in or just use normal attack. Just don't use equipments. If, as far as I know, at stage 6 or 7, you can still fight the monsters, but if you're not that have, or if you don't have that enough equipments, you can just, or you might be wiped out. As you can see, here comes the ability enhancements. Here comes the animation for the ability enhancements, and you can select any of these three to get to the additional ability. So for now I will just use magic plus 3%. So it will be added on the first slot, as you can see, and then until stage 3 you can just select. And then after that, when you go in for at stage 4, and then you find another much better equipment or much better stats for your weapon, you can just first delete the first weapon, or delete the first equipments that you have or the abilities that you have, and then just get the much better statistics. And also, after when you finish or when you retire, and then you already save the statistics that you've got in the equipment enhancements, you can again repeat the enhancements. But when you go in again, it will, the enhancements, the weapon will have a new or empty slot, 3 slots of enhancements. And when you get better, or if you don't need the, or if you don't like the ability enhancements after you got all of them, or the second run of your abilities or equipments, there will be a selection where you will or an option where you will be selecting if you're, or on what the abilities that you want. So you can just select abilities for the previous one or the new one. So don't worry if the equipments or the stats when on your second run is empty again. It will be when you retire, or when you retire for the second run, you will have an option to which decide which statistics will retain. So that's almost it, guys. So I'm just going to use HP3. As you can see, we already have 3 equipment or statistics abilities equipped on the weapon. So again, I'm still at stage 4, so I'm just using not that strong friend, because also I am farming friend points. So yeah, as you can see, I can just kill the monsters until around, with normal attacks, around level 6 I think, or floor 6. But if I sense that the stage is much harder, so I might probably go in with a skill. So that's why I'm bringing Rosa for the MP. So as again, here comes the third one, or the fourth ability, which is stage 4. So I will just show you on how will you get, or for example, you want the magic plus 1% or the better equipment. So first you have to do is this piece. First is you have to switch ability obtained, and then switch or delete the one you don't want. So I'm going to go the MP. That's it. So as you can see, it's been deleted, or there's no additional abilities. So I'm just going to click magic 1 plus 1%, and again now it will be added. So that's it. That's most of the thing about the ability and equipment enhancements. But again, if you're if you need the best ability, so you just need to repeat and repeat in equipments for your team. So that's why. So we have two. So let's see, or we have three. So we still have Ember. As you can see, let's see what equipment damage that she can deal. So she did at least 1000 with our friend, and also Rosa, which don't have any equipments at all. So sometimes there is two battles, and sometimes there are only one battle. So this Acro side day is not that hard, but of course, just to be sure, we're just going to use that. And as you can see, you don't. That's it's very more easier. But again, at stage 9 and stage 10, there is a chance that you're fighting a very hard unit. That's why you really need to be careful with your when choosing. But if you or if you got game over, or you got defeated from a monster, you can still get your abilities, but it will be a, or you will just have to pay for the for 100 lapis just to maintain with all of the enhancements you got. So I don't like the enhancement, so I'm just going to dismiss. And then just if you don't like, just do that, and then you can again go to inside the dungeon. So let's see, we're now at stage 6. So let's use another friend, or not, well, not really friend. And just like that, I am going to show you until the last boss, I think, just to give you a quick preview on what would, or what could you encounter in the bosses. So as you can see, it's still pretty easy, a bit easier. And this is where we can get the stages, or the bonus equipments. Or so we got mag 10, so we're going to switch ability obtained with the HP. I'm going to remove the HP, and then I'm going to get the magic plus 10%, as you can see. And then I'm going to challenge again. We're now at floor 7. So most probably we're going to at least need a much better, or much better companion. So yeah. So first, let's see if we can finish the fight with only using our friend. So yeah, we did. So again, the event points and monster kill bonus plus the total. That's where you can get the rewards for that. Let's see. Oh, it's magic 7, so we can just switch with the magic plus 1%. And let's just use the magic plus 7%. So all in all, we already have now a plus 20% magic. Again, let's do the stage. We're now at 8th floor. So most probably we're going to use our friend with at least a high equipment. So I'm going to use Mez. So let's see. So we got the evil Drake, and I think we're going to buff ourselves just to make sure. And let's see, let's do onion cutter for now. Like that. Oh, we killed the Drake. We overkilled him. It's okay. So we now have at least 1.9% to get the very rare abilities. So let's hope that we can get, or you can get, when you're finishing the trials or finishing the floors. So now we don't have, we only have attack plus 10%, and we don't want that. So we're going to use next and give up our the abilities. We're now at floor 9. And let's see, who are we going to get for a friend. Let's just get a finisher for this. So I think I'm going with this. So let's go. Just be fully prepared for this, because sometimes, as you can see, on this undissolved race is a very difficult or very hard somewhat boss. So let's just do that. We're going to use Lettuce with us. For Rosa, we're just going to use Bless. And then let's just finish it with Ejection. And let's see. As you can see, it is now at 64%. And it comes to magnitude 8. And then Wire Flight, just tank it up. So Rosa will just use Kiraga for our team, just like that. Wire Flight will just use Arms Eraser. So again, on your night, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use Check Shot. And we're going to use Panzer Lance for Soleil. As you can see, it is much more difficult now. So here comes the headbutt. Some damage, charge. If you don't have that kind of equipments, most probably we're going to die with the magnitude 8. I'm pretty sure of that. And as you can see, you really need a finisher in this stage or this fight. So let's see. we're going to sword dance, and we finished the fight. So we've defeated the Andesaurus. Now I advise you to have a UE physical cover tank and a re-race for this, because you'll never know when the boss will hit very hard. So that's why, let's see. We only got HP plus 15%. So I guess we can just delete the mag 3 and then exchange it for the HP plus 10%. And then let's go for the last stage, and let's get a good finisher. Let's see, we have a good finisher. So I guess I'm just going to use Frevia for this. So let's see who will be our boss for this. So Baal Berith. So Baal is really a hard boss, if I remember. So we're just going to use Bless for our team. Onion Knight will just use Onion Cutter again. Sulil can just do Panzer Lance for now. And then let's finish with the Flare's Power Bits. And let's see. As you can see, you really need to have a strong damage party. So here comes now Gale, and also have we killed our units. Yeah. So I think if we have our we can just use Cannon Dance for this. As you can see, he physical resist. So here comes Afghan Fiska, Dark Steel Sword, Judgment Sight, and Judgment Sight again. So I think we can finally finish this fight. If we're not that prepared, I think we're going to die because of that. And just like that, here comes the damage. I think a hybrid unit can defeat this boss easily, especially for Frevia. So for now, I'm going to use as lead for my Frevia. I think she most probably at least have a decent magic for you guys, to those, especially to those I have or on my friend list. So yeah, let's see. Nah, we're not that lucky. So I'm going to dismiss all of it. And we dungeon cleared again. So as you can see, we got the HP 15, magic 7%, magic plus 10%. So now I'm going to show you how to use the stages. So the rewards will be sent into your inbox with your message list. So as you can see, let's see, and we have a lot of inboxes. So, and let's refresh again, and then let's just do that, and then I'm going to use again the Enhancement Equipment. So that's, you have to again select equipment. So still I'm going to use Glare of Evil. As you can see, it's now a red. So enhance this equipment. Even if you fail to complete the dungeon and abilities to obtain favors will not be reset. If rather enhanced, the equipment will be able to choose whether to leave the dungeon and then with the newest abilities to obtain, or keep your previous ability set upon clearing them. So enhanced. So again, we're going to use those. And when you use, or when you go again to for your second run or another run for each equipment, you will begin again on the first floor. As you can see, we don't have any of those, so we can use lapis or you can use items. So as you can see, we can get the orb restoration, so we can use it until 10. So I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to depart again. So that's it, guys. That's all is about with the equipments, and good luck to you all for the ability equipments that you have. So I hope you guys will get with everything, or with everything that you wanted. So I will just show you before I finish the video with, or on the equipments or the abilities that again it will be reset, but as you can see, you can just use another one. So again, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you find this guide a pretty, or with more information, if it help you guys. So I'm also trying to help you with some of the channels when you have difficulty in them. So again, guys, thank you guys, bye, don't forget to subscribe.